Get ready for a fun afternoon here in New Hampshire at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The weather is playing its hand. We're going to roll the cars with their wet weather tires. We don't get to see it in Cup Series competition all that often.
When we think about wet weather tires, these conditions usually favor aggressive drivers. Ty is very eager behind the wheel.
Kyle Larson does not have a lobster yet.
As the cars are rolling on a wet track. And we go back to row 16. Oh, and around goes Carson Hocevar. That gives you a little insight into the conditions right now.
Yeah, I wonder if he was just trying to test the grip limits. It's way up high, but I've seen several drivers up there and just tried to throttle up and understand how much grip he had, and around it goes. That will give NASCAR a little bit of hesitation to drop the green flag right now.
It's a little slick off 4.
Yes, copy. Now you know the limit.
Look at this guy. Look at this idiot. Jeez. Yeah. That one was saying thumbs up. Yep, thumbs up. He's a big thumbs up.
It's the 45 of Tyler Reddick for 23.11 who will lead the field to green with Josh Berry on the inside. Technically, we're not racing in the rain, but we sure are racing on a wet racetrack. This is the Dollar Tree 301 New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Let's go! Berry defends from the inside. Van Gisbergen looks for that. And the pole man is way out wide and way up high.
A lot of wheel spin on the restart from the 11 of Denny Hamlin. He checked that outside lane up.
William Byron and Shane Van Gisbergen, they went down on that low line, and that was productive because Josh Berry has lost 1 and 2 positions. Van Gisbergen goes to third, runs that low line with Ty Gibbs and Kyle Larson as Reddick leads. Wow, and around goes the race leader. Reddick's lost it off turn 4, the same spot that Carson Hocevar did. And Denny Hamlin does an excellent job to try and bring his car to a stop without colliding with the 45 too hard. Busch is in it as well.
Yeah, it looked like there was slight damage to the left front of the 11. We'll have to see exactly how much. It doesn't look like there's a lot of damage to the 17. I thought the 45 kind of spun out all on his own. Let's take a look. He gets up very, very high. Kind of gasses it up. Yeah, just breaks traction instantly. I couldn't tell if it was across one of the paving seams.
That's what I was looking at, Steve. I'm really curious. He was way high, and then he turned and he came across the racetrack. And these seams, here, let's follow it. See the black line below him? It's a really defined black line. Right rear tire gets on that.
Please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop. And away we go. Let's try and get into some racing rhythm. Challenging conditions. Ty Gibbs is pushing Shane Van Gisbergen on that inside line. Byron is up high. SVG dives for that low line. It worked on the first flying lap. Look at this, split decisions. Low or high, what's going to work best?
The middle doesn't work. I mean, the guys that tried the middle, we went straight backwards.
Josh Berry, Christopher Bell. Ty Gibbs down low. Here comes Ross Chastain on the inside of Alex Bowman.
Bell trying to work side by side with Berry. He's going to stay at the quarter panel. SVG back to the top lane. Gibbs is going to try to fill the hole as well. So top looks to be more popular. First taker on the bottom, the one of Chastain. Now Bell runs the cushion. Jumps to the outside of Berry. Remember, it was Bell who was successful here in the rain last time. Nice defense by Berry.
You're going to have to move your car around as it dry and starts. Christopher Bell making an aggressive move.
Trying to drive it on deep into turn 3 on the inside of William Byron. Which line's going to be more productive here? Here they come, off turn 4. Byron has the greater run, the greater momentum on that high line and maintains the lead.
But it's, if I'm 24 William Byron, here's another run by SVG. Let's see what he can do down here in 1.
Dives down the inside of the Rheem Camry. Is the position able to stick? Gets him. Shane Van Gisbergen claws his way back to second where he started. Problems for John Hunter Nemechek.
Track still green, no yellow for the quick spin and acceleration. So as the 40 continues to lose spots.
And you're looking at the Trackhouse Chevy of Shane Van Gisbergen, who is the new race leader.
He's making lap time right now. The 97's in the lead, kind of blitzing the field. Coming quick. He's just off of 4.
Just me for rain tip.
Oh, Gibbs is struggling. He is holding the pack up, and it's, wow, it's only really a one-groove racetrack, so if you're going to make a pass, it's going to be an aggressive move.
They are pouncing on the 54. Blaney, Kyle Larson, check this out. Little contact, just a little brush there. And the door was wide open for Ryan Blaney as well.
Yeah, certainly contact. Gibbs is like, hey man, awfully early for that. There's the caution.
So it's time to make a switch after starting this race on the wets. Those Goodyear slicks will be applied next.
That in and of itself is an interesting call because nobody's run the bottom of the racetrack. So
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, where do you go now?
Exactly.
Where do you go now when now you have slicks on?
Steve mentioned non-competitive pit stops. They'll come down. Everybody will leave together. You'll maintain your spot. Part of the reason for that too is pit road. You know, it's still a little bit damp. They're going to leave on dry tires. You don't really want cars on pit road that's damp on dry tires. A little bit of a safety procedure.
And a condition change. At the ovals, anytime you go dry to wet or wet to dry, you're allowed a whole list of changes, so you don't have to try to fit those into a pit stop.
Marty, see Ross Chastain on pit road.
They've been trying to diagnose the issue with Ross Chastain. They think they had some debris that got stuck in the grill and maybe got sucked into the airbox, Steve. That's the first thing that they're going to check. But, yeah, certainly something mechanical going on with the one who had a pretty quick start to the race, but obviously lost those spots when they started having that issue. Yeah, this might do it here, Lee. It's a drivetrain issue for the one. They are out for the race. You mentioned their hopes to kind of make the chase. They were 63 out of the chase standings in 18th, but they will finish last here at New Hampshire today. One more race left in the regular season. Likely not going to be a chase berth for Ross Chastain here in 2026.
They are there. Shane Van Gisbergen leads the field back to green. He's getting pushed along from William Byron. Josh Berry's on the inside for the Wood Brothers in the 21. Shane Van Gisbergen clearly out in front and in this exploration mode. The first flying lap with slick tires.
Joe Logano went to the bottom, and the gamble did not pay off. Many spots lost by the 22.
That crash.
That's Ricky Stenhouse. He's in the wall. Did you see before that Priest step out? He was catching it as well. These cars are getting squirrely.
I had mentioned Logano as well. 7 spots lost on the restart. Bottom right of your screen, you're going to see Austin Dillon at the bottom, Denny Hamlin behind. Just loose, it looks like. Doesn't look like contact, just gets loose. I'm assuming there's probably some moisture or just misjudged the grip.
Waiting for Shane Van Gisbergen and William Byron. Let's go. Byron's being pushed by Bell. Larson right behind SVG on that higher line. Here comes Hocevar. Dives to the inside of Ty Gibbs and gets 2 positions. He gets Gibbs and the 21 of Josh Berry. Meanwhile, the Hendrick teammates are fighting it out. Larson and Byron door-to-door behind SVG. This is good stuff on this restart lap. Van Gisbergen, Larson, Byron, Bell, Hocevar, then Gibbs. Berry pops out. Defending race winner Ryan Blaney tucked in behind in that bright yellow and blue Ford Mustang for Team Penske.
You can start to see that lighter line in the middle of the racetrack drying up. That's where Hocevar in the 77 attempted to land. That's a spotter challenge on the Superfile Chevrolets.
Sure
very
is.
different, slightly different paint scheme, but similar. Look at Blaney. Gassing it up around 3 wide. I think he'll get them both.
Contact. What a move. Contact by Blaney into the wall. Ricocheted into Zilich. Zilich ricocheted into Shane Van Gisbergen. And here comes Ryan Priest. Look at the 60.
Blaney's thinking one spot here coming to the line. Off the rear bumper of the 54.
Race leader Kyle Larson comes off turn 4. He's never won a stage here. He does right now, and that's his 5th stage win of this season and keeps this positivity going. that has been present this past week. Ryan Blaney gets by Ty Gibbs.
Well, Priest stays out, so a few will stay on the racetrack. Marty.
Christopher Bell said the car definitely loses drive. The longer we run, they finish second after that chaotic stage one. They asked him, hey, there might be a little bit of split strategy, or what do you want to do? Bell said, let's keep it out front. He takes his right front tire changer with him, leaving the stall, and then a traffic jam with the 16 trying to get in the stall as well. Dave?
Carson Hocevar charged from 9th to 3rd, and they took 4 tires for his car. You saw Kyle Larson, just a 2-tire stop for the 5.
There was a little hold up on the 77, and that was an awkward incident with the 20 of Christopher Bell, and an incident for the 24 of William Byron. And that awkward time on pit road, but it wasn't just him, also William Byron.
Yeah, you cannot get an adjustment on right side tires. If you drop the jack, you either are going to leave or have to wait for an adjustment. The driver leaves off the jack, but the myriad of issues up and down pit road, it wasn't just the 24. We also saw the 20, same thing. Driver, it's kind of that double clutch. You saw the tire changes start to get up, the jack comes down. That's a timing situation. I'm sure Christopher Bell feels awful. He drugged tire changer Blake Houston right there out of the stall, Marty. Scary, scary time for the 20 car.
Yeah, Christopher did check on the radio immediately. He said, is Blake okay? And he is fine. I just asked Blake, you feeling okay? He said, yep.
Racing at home in New England. This is a really special weekend for the driver of the 60. Out of the Echo Park Automotive restart zone, Ryan Preece leads this field back to green. Guy who used to come here with his father and grandfather as a kid leads this race.
One reason why we see cars stay on the racetrack is everybody will have to pit at one point during this stage. We'll see when that happens. They can run about 90 or 95 laps on fuel, 107 to go in the stage.
Been a really productive day after a frustrating qualifying. Let's go back and check this out.
Josh Berry drives in the corner really deep. Yeah, it was a little bit of contact.
And they go at it again. Same spot, down into turn 3, but the Wood Brothers Ford has the upper hand for now.
17 pusher.
Hocevar backwards down the front stretch. Looked like there was contact with Zilich.
Just when it was going.
Joey Logano, Austin Dillon.
So well, it's gone so wrong.
Let's see what happens, Jeff.
Seen the 77 be real aggressive, running very high, especially on restarts. Right here is Zilich. The 77 made contact. Not sure if there was contact with the 6 car also.
Here we go.
88 right there. Right now, Hocevar's got it going straight, and then it just hangs a left.
Okay, this is Connor Zilich. Have a listen. So the 77 runs a lap down in 32nd position. Let's get this going again. We've got a big chunk of stage 2 to go. Ryan Preece leads the field. Fellow Ford driver right behind him in Josh Berry. Fellow Ford driver in Zane Smith on his outside right behind now as they roar down the backstretch here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Josh Berry in at 21. Bubba Wallace in at 23. Both on 4 tires.
Two guys on different strategies here. Josh Berry came in on lap 74. Ryan Preece did not come in. He's been out there. He last pitted on lap 43. And yes, it's the 2 youngsters, Connor Zilich and Carson Hocevar. Zilich is on the lead lap. Hocevar's trying to get back on there. And they come together again.
Smart. Be smart. Just so with him.
And then Hocevar runs Zilich high and wide. And yes, you're seeing a new race leader in Ryan Blaney, the defending winner here in Loudon. Check this out.
It looked like Josh Berry got into the corner. Everything looked good, and then he just had to chase the car up the racetrack. And Blaney's car has been rolling the bottom really well and just took complete advantage of it. It's a little bit of a mistake from Berry, and then he's like, hey, I know you're quicker. I'm not going to drive into turn 3 on your door.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, Steve. The big picture for Ryan Preece and RFK is to make it into the chase, and they have trimmed that 50-point deficit to Shane Van Gisbergen to 31. There's just 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank in this second stage. Ryan Blaney 2 seconds over Josh Berry, and then another 3 seconds back to Bubba Wallace.
SVG has caught these 2 cars in front of him, and he cannot find a way around him, and that has allowed Blaney to run it down.
That's Daniel Suarez that he's able to clear, and he'll be able to stay ahead of Ryan Blaney, and on that lead lap, Blaney wins stage 2 and notches up another one, which is huge points-wise. That's his 7th win of a stage this season. Most out of any driver in the field, and credit to Ryan Preece. He was able to keep Kyle Larson at bay with 10 lap older tires. Nice job. Kim standing by. It's going to get busy, Kimmy.
Yeah, and Ryan Preece will pit from the 4th position. The only car that came at the front end of that green flag cycle to hang on there on the long run. He just reported 2 free with the right rear. They'll adjust on that, Marty.
Ryan Blaney said the car kept more rear drive late, and they push him back in his stall. They do not get the left front tight for Ryan Blaney, who won that stage. Bubba Wallace said he was 2 free on entry late in the run, Dave.
Help coming for Josh Berry in and off the corner. Good 4-tire stop, and he will get ahead of the 12 for the problems that they had.
Well, watch the left front. The exchange looks okay. I believe what happens is the lug nut that is supposed to stay in the socket is gone. Tire changer takes it off his belt, starts it, tries to tighten it. It doesn't thread correctly. Then they have to stop the car, jack it back up right there, pause it. You see the lug nut down here in the ground. There you go. Now the tire carrier is going to pick up the lug nut, put it on. You have to jack the car up to tighten the wheel. Result of the calamity drops Blaney all the way back to 14th. Let's listen into the radio.
Come on, dog. Like, man. Is it tight? Is all tight or anything about? No, you're good. You're good.
Echo Park Automotive restart zone. Away we go. Wallace, Berry diving into turn 1. Look at Josh.
Bell jumped out of line back there on the 3rd row. Really wraps the bottom. If he can get the power down, it'll be a big gain. Yeah, it's a big move for Bell. Passes an entire row as the front are still side by side.
Look at that down the back straight. Bubba Wallace got a great drive off turn 2 and into 3. They're side by side. Berry is determined to keep this lead. Bubba around the outside.
Preece with a big run from behind.
Berry back to the front. Larson's looking at that 60. And he's going to have to look at his rearview mirror as well because Christopher Bell's on a move.
Berry just overdrove the entry into 1. Left the bottom open for the 23 of Bubba, and Bubba just could not take advantage of it on the exit of turn 2.
Caution's out. What's it for? And it's the 77 of Hocevar. Let's find out what happened to Carson Hocevar.
Just loose. The last 3 weeks have been eventful for this team.
Yeah.
I know that it's a success making the chase, but you really want to enter that chase with some positive momentum. This was that contact. This is actually the 2nd time Blaney got into the back of Hamlin. I saw it a few laps ago. And Hamlin, door to door. Hey, buddy, don't appreciate that. But then Blaney right here cuts him some slack. Like, Blaney could have shipped it down in there and run the 11 up the racetrack. Yeah. He says, hey, man, I got into you. We're going to work this out. We race well together.
It's not playing out the way that Denny Hamlin hoped, that's for sure.
No, Denny Hamlin stops at his pit stall. Only the 4th one on pit road. Gasman's ready. Everybody else is on a lunch break or miscommunication. I'm not sure what happened with the 11 car. So let's listen into the 11.
Enchiladas. We're going to be ready. Be ready. We're coming, dragging the lot. 8 away. 5, 3, 2, 1. 4 tires, guys. Go, go, go. 4 tires. 4 tires. What are we doing?
What are we doing? That seems like an accurate statement. Some sort of code word on the back stretch, and then 2 people on the radio at once. Then Denny or the spotter saying they're coming.
We're ready to get back to it here. Josh Berry is in a pretty special space at the moment. He has never been in the top 5 this many laps in a race in his Cup career, and he's led the most laps this race, and he leads the field. But here comes Wallace. Wallace on the inside. Keselowski's in the mix. Gibbs is there. Ryan Preece, the 60 that runs 3rd. Reddick makes a big move on the inside of Keselowski down into 3.
Oh, man. Tight racing between the 21 and the 23. Barry got a great restart, but Bubba Wallace is battling back.
Ford versus Toyota. Back into turn one. Wallace at the front. Berry, Preece, Larson, Gibbs, Reddick, and Keselowski. Restarted. Oh, contact between Berry and Wallace. Josh Berry is fired up today on the radio and behind the wheel.
Let's see if there's payback. He's close enough to if he wants to.
Oh, that was
Berry went to the apron. He was playing full defense, knowing contact was coming.
And here comes Bubba. He says, okay, I can play like that too if you like. And in the background is Ryan Preece. All three of these cars on the same strategy. Last pitted lap 189 for 4 tires. And again, almost contact between Berry and Wallace. And Preece has a front row view of this. Oh, and in the wall is Riley Herbst. Caution is out. That is nasty.
Safety personnel got there. AMR safety team got there as quickly as I've seen. I mean, they rolled fast to get to this 35 car, Riley Herbst. Good to see the wind in that down.
There's Michael McDowell in the 71, Delaware Life car. They're fighting over position there.
That is a huge hit. Impacts at this racetrack are always big, and that's, gosh. Wow. McDowell drives in the corner. Actually, it feels like Herbst comes down on him. Gosh, look at that, Steve.
That is a big, big hit. Yeah, contact early in the corner, and then the 71 up the track, definitely into the 35. And then here comes the 88, very late, but the front tires are locked up. I'm not sure what happened to the 88, whether he didn't see it or got the front tires locked up.
This is the 88 car from earlier. I wanted to go back and revisit it. I believe he's got the front brakes locked up, so the car won't turn. The 21 car, Steve, in position to win a race. It's been a struggle on pit road.
Yeah, clean right side. They go to the left side, and it's hard to tell from this angle exactly what happens. Right rear or left rear is pretty quick. Left front, slow to be tightened up. Very heads up by the jack man, not dropping the jack too soon. We see that happen a lot, but definitely a slow left front on the 21.
Ryan Blaney at the front, trying to defend his win, and look who's going with him. His teammates in the mix there. Wallace pushes through on the inside. Blaney, Briscoe, they're all there. Zane Smith and Joey Logano stretch their legs down the back straight. Locks up. He locks up a little bit going into 3.
Oh, the wheel's off. The 24 has lost the left side wheel. I'm assuming that's off the 24 since he's backwards. I'm guessing left rear by the angle in which that car is laying.
It's the left rear from a long time ago, Rudy Fugle just said. And William coming to green said, something does not feel right. I don't know what's going on, but something does not feel right. Clearly, it was the left rear tire.
Let's show you again what happened to the 24 of William Byron. Lead car in this shot.
You see it smoking already, getting down in the corner, and right here, he knows he has a problem, but it's nothing he can do. And there it goes.
Blaney, Briscoe at the front. They've been turning it on. Wallace is right there. Ryan Preece. Christopher Bell jumps to the inside. Look at that 20. Trying to get through on the inside of Preece and then just ease back a little bit. Zane Smith, Josh Berry.
Briscoe side by side with Blaney. Briscoe ranks first in restarts this year.
Down the inside, driving it hard into turn 3. Briscoe and Blaney door to door. This is good stuff from these guys. Preece and Wallace, Bell and Smith. Already big lockup from Josh Berry into turn 1.
Blaney's going to clear Briscoe right here. Oh, no, he's not.
Ford versus Toyota in the first 4 positions. This is good stuff. Late in the race in this Dollar Tree 301. 60 laps to go.
I thought Blaney had Briscoe beaten a lap ago right here. But that 19 car with really good grip on the exit of 2.
How about Noah Gragson having a terrific run in the top 10? Talk about those front row motorsports Fords. Now Blaney clearly ahead of Briscoe.
Bell still trying to get Ryan Preece right now for that third spot, Lee.
Have a look at this for racing, and here comes Josh Berry. Berry tries to go right through the middle. That door got closed. Bell is clear of Preece. And today, the ever-present Josh Berry is there again.
Josh Berry will clear Christopher Bell. He has enough position on him now. You know, Blaney wants to just take it easy around these cars, but he really can't. He just, you know, Bubba Wallace is close enough, 1.3 seconds back, to where Blaney has got to make this, he's got to get by.
Jeff, that's the closest gap we've seen.
Yes, and
that is the closest.
And as he's caught these two cars, he's lost a lot of pace.
Get these guys out of the way.
Yeah.
Working on it now.
Oh, another big chunk. 0.3 of a second. Back-to-back laps. Over a half a second taken up by Wallace in 2 laps.
If you didn't hear the radio, Blaney said, help me get these guys out of the way. Pretty crazy when he just blows by Chase Briscoe like that when they were fighting for position genuinely earlier in this race.
And Bubba has to feel refreshed. He can see it. Don't overdrive it, Bubba. Stay patient. He's coming to you a little at a time.
1 second even with 10 laps to go.
Allmendinger's the last car on the lead lap.
It'll be under a half a second. Under a half a second this time by if Bubba can pick up the gas as he's been.
Oh, Blaney wanted that big run on the corner exit. Didn't get it.
6 to go. Blaney, Bubba, Berry. 1, 2, 3. This is as close as these guys have been. Traffic is playing its hand. Now it's Wallace's turn to try and clear that first car in line, which is AJ Allmendinger. Custer is next up for Blaney.
Blaney went to the gas really early on the corner exit, and it did not work.
No, I would say that was advantage Bubba going by Allmendinger. Now the 12's going to be stuck at the bottom. Will he have a clear exit, or will the 41 be there? The 41's gassing it up.
Off track, these guys are great mates. On track, they're competitors for 2 rival teams. Oh, and a big lockup from Bubba Wallace.
That was it. That was the mistake he just couldn't make if he thought he had a chance to win the race. The left front lockup is going to cost him 0.3 of a second, perhaps. What a recovery, though. He'll try to bonsai it under the 97. Will SVG allow him the corner to exit?
Yep.
He will.
20th place SVG, who started in 5th. Meanwhile, there's 2 laps to go for Ryan Blaney to defend his win of a year ago. What a comeback from 14th place. A hiccup on pit road. This most recent stop, a 2-tire call versus Bubba Wallace's 4-tire call. What a drive from Blaney. Hocevar stays out of the way, lets the race leader go by. Bubba throws everything he's got at him again. Time may beat him. From here, there is 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Team Penske, 23-11. And in almost a carbon copy of a year ago, where Ryan Blaney led 116 laps. When he sees the checkered flag, he will have led 115 laps this year. It'll be his 3rd win on the season, and back-to-back here in New Hampshire, Ryan Blaney victorious.